All right, watch this, watch this. I'm going to damage myself over here. I'm going to go to this target. I'm going to shoot this target here. And look at this. Look at this. Look at that armor region. Look at that armor region. And I go back, damage myself again. And I'm going to go back again, shoot the target. And look at that. Just look at that. Look at that armor region. Isn't that impressive? That's actually really impressive. That's pretty cool. Hey, what's up everyone, Same Time Gaming here. Welcome back for another Division 2 build video. Well guys, you saw the intro and yeah, it's pretty impressive, isn't it? The armor region, the amount of armor region is actually coming in. So for the first time, honestly, I would say that a build that is utilizing the full power of Ridgeway chest piece. Yes, I'm talking about the 48% armor regen. So most of the time, if there are a lot of NPCs in a mission which you're playing, you will end up bleeding all of them, so you can get that 48% armor regen coming in at you, because you only need to bleed 5 targets to get that 48% armor regen, and that's basically what's going on in this build. There's actually a lot going on in this build, just apart from the armor regen. So I'm going to show you right now my build real quick. So this is my build over here, as you can see. 4-piece Eclipse protocol here with the Ridgeway chest piece. So I'm gonna take a moment and tell you what's going on over here. So first, I'm using the firewall specialization. There's only one reason behind it, is because whenever my armor gets depleted, the target will burn. So that's one of the reasons. And since I'm using the Eclipse protocol piece, once they take the burn damage from my armor, like when they deplete my armor, they'll burn. And if I kill that target, everybody will burn, right? So that's one of the icing on the cake, I would say. So that's the only reason I'm using the firewall specialization. You could use anything else. It's totally up to you. Now I'm using an SMG because that's the only way I could get high crit chance and crit damage, because SMG has a lot of crits, and my crit is really good, to be honest, not gonna lie. And I'm using the shotgun here. So the SMG I'm using is the SIG MPX. Although the damage is not that crazy, you could use a Vector, but I don't really like using a high RPM weapon on builds like these, because the build itself doesn't have any type of damage in it. Like I'm talking about stats like an attribute or anything that would give you as a damage, not attribute actually, like bonus, set bonuses. So it doesn't have any bonus damage on the gear set. So I don't want to use any high RPM weapon, because if I miss my shots, then I'll be in a bad situation. But SIG MPX, I would say, is like a perfect balance for an SMG, so I'm using it. You could use various type of SMG, there's no problem with that. Lady Death, Chatterbox will be really nice. You can use that, but I'm using the SIG MPXs. This is one of the really good one I have. Now I'm using close and personal talent. The reason why I'm using close and personal, to be honest, I could have used the Sadist talent since I'm going for bleed as my damage, but the reason I'm using close and personal is because I'm forcing myself to play up close to the targets, because that way I'll know that if I don't stay close, I won't be getting that extra 30% damage buff, which close and personal will give me. So that's why I'm kind of forcing myself. So that way I will be getting close, killing the targets, and getting those armor regen from the bleed, because Eclipse protocol will spread the bleed. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. But I do have another MPX with Sadist talent here, but the only problem with this weapon is health damage. I don't have damage to target out of cover, but it will work against those heavy NPCs. Without any armor NPCs, it will work really fine. So yeah. Now the shotgun, like I said, the mop, I have armor and kill. Optimist here, I would love to have the Sadist talent, but I forgot to reroll. But well, I'm just making a video here. Yeah, these are my weapons. Now what's going on in the build? First of all, as you all know, it's really hard to farm Eclipse protocol pieces with the other attributes, because it always comes with +1 skill tier, so you always have to change the skill tier. Now I changed all of my skill tier to weapon damage, because like I said, this gear set doesn't have any like damage set bonus in it, so I wanted to go for all weapon damage. I wanted to keep my weapon damage as high as possible, so I can actually kill the target, so that will spread the bleed, and that way I will get the armor regen. You see what I'm trying to say? So that's basically what I did. Now I found with crit damage, which is pretty sweet. I mean, 10%, it's fine. I would say I'll take what I have, honestly, because it's really hard to farm these pieces. So yeah, I mean, if you don't know what Eclipse Protocol does, 2 pieces give you 15% status effect, 3 pieces give you 15% skill haste, and 30% hazard protection, which is really sweet. And the 4th piece is the indirect transmission, where status effect targets will spread on kill now. I mean, status effect will spread on kill, so that's really sweet. And that's basically what I'm trying to do here. And I also have this holster, as you can see, with weapon damage rolled in and 10% crit damage. The knee pads as well, similar, 10% crit damage and weapon damage roll. The backpack, I have a little bit of crit chance already. I farmed it, and I changed it to weapon damage, so that's basically it. Now, the Eclipse Protocol backpack will give me that amplified 30% weapon damage, I mean, multiplicative damage, which is my only damage talent, I would say. That's the only thing that's giving me the damage, which is actually really good. Actually, the damage number is really good. Now, of course, I'm using the Ridgeway, mainly 2 reasons, the armor regen, and also, easy bleed. Applying bleed, just shoot the target and they'll bleed within 15 meters, which is pretty sweet. And since I'm using Eclipse Protocol, I'm not going to get that one, like 3%, 6%, 12%, but I can get up to 48% because everybody will bleed when I get a kill, and Eclipse Protocol will transfer those bleed, which is really sweet. It's really fun, actually, the way it's working in a mission. Now, for the gloves, I'm using the firm handshake. This is the named Sokolov gloves. Finally, someone is using it on a build, isn't it? So yeah, it's actually worth it now. Finally, it's actually worth using these gloves. Now, first, I thought I should use a normal like Sokolov gloves with crit damage and all that, so my crit damage will go very high, or a Grupo piece, so that way I will have critical hit damage as an attribute, I mean set bonus, and then I could have crit damage here, so my crit damage could go like 150%, but I didn't went for that because I wanted this status effect. The reason why I wanted this status effect, because Eclipse Protocol is giving me 15% status effect, right? And I also have 15% on the glove, so that's 30% status effect. And remember, status effect means the higher your status effect stat is, the longer your bleed will stay on them, and the longer your bleed will stay on the targets, the longer you will heal. You'll get that armor regen because there is no cooldown. The longer your target bleeds, you'll get that heal. So that's why I went for higher status effect. So, the NPCs bleed a bit longer than usual, so I get that heal. So that's basically what I'm trying to do here. But you can actually experiment this with a Grupo, but I don't think that a Grupo would be a nice choice because, SMG damage here, which is increasing my damage. So that way my the higher weapon damage you have, your multiplicative damage will multiply on that damage. Is weird stuff. So yeah, that's basically it. So that's the build here. Now let me show you my crit. So as you can see, a 56% crit chance. I could have max crit chance if my SMG were maxed out on the crit chance here, as you can see. Like if I swap with this SMG right now, you can see. Now if I show you my crit, look at that, it's maxed out, see? So that's the reason why. But my crit damage is 122.3%. This, I'll take what I have because it's an Eclipse Protocol piece, and I'm not going to complain because it's really hard to farm those. And if I get to farm with 12% critical hit damage on Eclipse Protocol, it may take me forever to farm it. Like, you could get lucky, but it's not going to be that easy. So 122% is not that bad. I'm taking it. I'm going to show you my damage real quick here. I'll show you how much damage I can actually do with this build. So as you can see right now, I'm just going to shoot and I'm going to get that bleed, and I'm getting that multiplicative damage. So I don't have any trouble killing these targets. Look at that. It's actually critting for 451,000. So I wouldn't say that's bad. Especially for a build like a gear set which doesn't have any sort of damage like set bonus in it, like crit chance, crit damage, or any type of weapon crits or anything. So it's a skill gear piece, as we all know. But the amount of damage it's doing, according to that, I would say it's really sweet, especially that armor regen coming at you with that bleed. You can see how longer they bleed, right? Like if I put on the bleed here, they're actually bleeding for 50,000. As you can see, the bleed tick, and it's staying so long. Look at that bleed. So the longer the bleed stays, the longer you will heal. That's basically what it is all about, this build. So yeah, let me know how you feel about this build. And I mean, if you have any Eclipse Protocol pieces with crit damage, so if you have it, just throw in and try to make this build. And don't worry about this Sokolov like firm handshake gloves. This thing drops like, I would say 100 times like a day. This is just like, it's too much. It's too much. It drops way too much. It's always there. So yeah, that's basically the build here. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. And